Hello and welcome back to another episode of Crypto Genesis. My name is Nico van der Berg and today we're going to talk about magic internet money. So over to Bitcoin. Here we are on the daily chart. And for all of you that are subscribed to the channel, I just want to say the reason why I'm not uploading every day the way I want to is because we're busy packing. Like I've said in some of my prior videos, we are moving to a brand new house. And moving is a small word, but it's a lot more work. So with that being said, just keep an eye. We will be posting as much as I can, but for now, don't be surprised if you don't see a video every day. So first thing is I would like to point out that we have broken this trend line to the upside. We've had a bullish break on this. So this is no longer relevant. So I'm going to delete that. And you'll see that I've got a little risk reward tab open here. It's because I've entered a trade this morning on Bitcoin, and it's a quick little small little scalp trade. I'm not expecting too much from it. Maybe perhaps a push up back into $7,800, $7,900 area into this green box. So I've got my stop loss very, very tight. I'll show you now why I entered. But first off, on the daily chart, there's a specific candlestick pattern that has played out, in my opinion. And this is the reason for my entry as well from the daily chart. I like to enter positions from different time frames because if they're all in confluence with each other, it just gives me a little bit more of an edge over the market. Basically entered this morning on this 4-hour candle, which is about to close in the next half an hour. And I based it on one of my moving averages, actually. Based it off of the retest and the bounce of this orange moving average, which is the 55 exponential moving average. Tested it again on the 4-hour. On the hourly, this lines up beautifully with this purple pinkish moving average, which is the 200 exponential moving average. So that lined up perfectly for me. It really did show me a reason to enter, um, as well as the fact that we are looking to possibly go into a breakout here. You can see all of these moving averages are starting to come closer and closer to each other. That usually shows that there's a breakout about to happen. So based on that, I've opened up a very small trade, very small position right here, and I'm probably going to take my first profits around these highs, right around $7,587. That's where I'm going to take some profit off the table, see how we react when we reach this this trend line running through here, which is the center line of our falling channel, and see how we react around that area, that zone. And if it does look like we're pushing down, I'll just close the position. Going to the weekly, if I can put on my major moving averages quickly. On the daily, we've tested the 10 simple moving average, which is this blue one. We've tested this 10 simple moving average this morning as well. Well, came close, very much, pretty much a good reason for me as well to take that as a very good entry point in the market. And on the weekly, I still think that we have room to push back up to this 55 exponential moving average, which is this orange one. So I think on the weekly, we closed above the 100 exponential moving average, came back down, tested the support. And I think we're probably due to go and test resistance on the weekly chart. One thing I do want to say on the weekly is if we do get back above, if we close a weekly candle above the 55 exponential moving average, which is coming around this resistance line right here of about $7,866. If we close a weekly candle above that, we definitely have a chance to break this to the upside. So the next couple of weeks for Bitcoin is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, let's go back to the daily charts and let's go through some traditional markets here. Let's start with the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones, very close to hitting target on this trade. Well done for everybody that got involved in this. When I'm this close to taking target, I just close the position. You're close enough. So I'm taking some profits off the table here. I'm very happy with how this trade has been playing out. We did expect it to bounce in this green zone, and it did. So very, very good trade. If you've been following us, and you caught the same trade, well done. Remember, this trading is not trading advice. This is just my opinion on the charts and what I see is likely to happen. Okay, looking at gold here on the daily chart, we got this massive red candle yesterday, or not yesterday, the 6th, last week Friday, excuse me. And this does look like it wants to push even lower as well. So I'll be short-term short on gold. I would expect it maybe to come back down into this green zone here, or maybe it will just break below this support, come back, test as resistance, then push back down one last time. So I'm still looking for gold to come back to about $1,400 an ounce. So let's go to the weekly on gold. This is going to be an interesting trade because if we close the weekly last week's candle below 21 exponential moving average, and that does usually show that we want to come and test lower as support, and that does line up with our green zone that we've got in here for gold. So in my opinion, which is again, don't trade my opinion, I think gold might push lower to $1,400 an ounce. Let's go back to the daily. And so yeah, I would actually wait for it to break this zone, come back, test it as resistance, and then continue it that way. Sorry, my phone started ringing. Okay, so that's gold. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. Let's jump over to NASDAQ. NASDAQ does look like it wants to push a little bit higher now. I wouldn't be bullish. I'm quite neutral on this right now. I wouldn't want to be in this market at the moment. My personal opinion is I think we are topping out around here, and we might push lower into this original green box I've got in here. After that, I would probably be looking at this as a support line, a bullish support line. We could even put more history on this one and see where it is that we could possibly come and turn. Does look like that would be a strong diagonal support. It's been support a few times. It's also been resistance. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll be looking for this to maybe come back into this green box still. So I think it's going to come lower. I'm in no rush to open up a position and trade this at the moment. So I'm probably just going to stay neutral for now. Let's look at the NAS 100. NAS 100 did, like I said last week, if it breaks above this green zone, it's probably going to continue higher. So I'll be targeting a move back up into this green box right here. If we get to this green box, I'll reevaluate because I do think that is probably going to be the top for NAS 100 for now, and then we'll see a little bit more of a consolidation, more of a step down a little bit again. Maybe come and retest this as a support, and possibly come back into this green zone right here at the bottom. So I can actually extend this all the way here. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for. NAS 100, I think it's going to probably push lower, and the UK 100 is kind of respecting our support line right there. So this is pretty interesting. We can actually pull this up a little bit and use the bodies of the candles, and perhaps on this one, you know what, let's pull in a new one here. So perhaps if we use the bodies of these candles, does look like we had a little bit of a breakout to the downside. Remember, I had a a target down here in this green box. Looks like we've just broke it to the upside again. So we'll probably, I do expect this to go short term up to about 7,291 pounds. I would assume that would be pounds. And this would be the next area of resistance for the UK 100. So if we continue inside of this channel, I think we're reaching an apex quite soon, and we could see a breakout to these prior highs right around 7,691 pounds. Okay, so that's it for these assets. Just as a summary on Bitcoin, I am currently in a little bit of a long position, very small position. So I am short term a little bit bullish on Bitcoin. I expect us possibly to push back up to about $7,600, give or take $100. And once we get there, I'll be looking at whether or not it's likely that we continue up or not. So I'll probably close some of my position here, take some profit off the table, and see what happens next. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like the content, please leave us a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And remember, if you're a trader out there, stay in the green. Cheers. Bye-bye.